Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, as Russia invades. Russian troops launching full-force attacks on Ukraine, despite sanctions against the country. Let's get to Melanie Townsend joining us, speaking with a military expert about this evolving situation. Melanie.
Good morning, May. Ukraine's president says the country is cutting diplomatic ties with Russia after this deadly attack. They're saying they are willing to defend themselves no matter what. We have retired Marine Corps intelligence officer Hal Kempfer here to break down what is happening, offer a very unique perspective on the situation. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Melanie, for having me on.
Of course. So overnight, we saw Russian troops move in from Ukraine's north, south, and eastern borders with tanks and missiles. Right now, we're hearing that 74 Ukrainian military facilities, including 11 air bases, have been reportedly destroyed there. So talk to us about the military strategies and what they're trying to do over there and what their end goal is, do you think, with these Russian troops?
Well, Melanie, what we're seeing is offensive operations with the Russians employing these kind of reinforced battalion-sized groups, about 1,000 in each tactical unit. A lot of mechanized forces, armored vehicles, tanks, heavy artillery, rocket systems, all of this in a combined arms action with an offensive operation. That's what the Russians are doing, and from what we can tell right now, it looks like they're doing a full-on invasion. They're coming up from the south, up from Crimea. They're coming down from the north, from Belarus, and of course, the main effort, I think, or at least I should say, we kind of all of us think, is really in the east. But it's tough to tell. You know, depending on how fast they move from the north, they could seize Kyiv, and at that point, they'll just roll up from the east. We're not sure yet.
And I think we're getting reports into our newsroom right now. There's air raids being conducted right now. Is that just another element, another strategy that they plan on taking?
You're going to hear air raids throughout this entire thing with rocket attacks and aircraft. The Ukrainians are going to be in a defensive action. I got to tell you right now, the numbers coming out of there, I wouldn't put a lot of credence in a lot of this stuff. You know, the numbers tend to be a little bit low in terms of casualties. And the Russians have a very active disinformation campaign to make it look like they're causing more damage and that they've, basically destroyed Ukraine military facilities to a much higher degree than they probably have.
Right. Now, 62% of Americans, they don't want our president to send our troops into Ukraine. But so far, we have about 10,000 soldiers waiting in Poland this morning. What do you think about our involvement in this, and what tactics will we be using to sort of de-escalate the situation and get involved in this?
Well, our tactics right now, primarily, as far as Putin is concerned, is sanctions. That's all we can do. Ukraine is not a NATO country. We're not under treaty obligation to defend them. And all the NATO nations, to include the United States, have said we're not going to get militarily involved. That would escalate this thing into essentially the level of a world war if that happened. We're going to be reinforcing Poland, the Baltic states, Romania, all those Eastern European NATO countries that border Russia. And you're going to see a lot of forces moving over there. And don't be surprised at some point we see forces coming from California, either backfilling those forces from Western Europe that got moved to Eastern Europe, or maybe going to Eastern Europe itself.
Right, absolutely, yes. My fiance is there at Travis Air Force Base, and he says they're already starting to conduct some sort of operations there to help out what is happening in Ukraine. So thank you so much for mentioning that, and we appreciate you so much for offering your input and your perspective this morning. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you, Melanie.
Of course. 7:20.